Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. Bitcoin sets a new all-time high as price rushes past $28,000. Right now, Bitcoin's price is $28,500. We're going to talk about this in today's video. We're also going to get to some Ethereum news and cryptocurrency news in general. We are one of the fastest growing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency channels on the planet. If you are new to this channel, I encourage you to watch on a regular basis and just continue to learn on a regular basis. And keep in mind, videos on this channel is just like we're having a beer, talking Bitcoin, talking cryptocurrency. I'm not giving you financial advice. That being said, I think a lot of people get value in our channel. It was just 5 days ago when Bitcoin was hitting all-time highs. I put out a video saying Bitcoin is incredibly undervalued at $23,000 and just provided some data and people's opinion and testimony and information. And a lot of people, if you go back and look at some of the comments, they were in disbelief, said Bitcoin needed to correct. And of course, corrections will always happen. Little update, Bitcoin is actually higher now that I'm further along in this recording process. Bitcoin is at $28,700. So you'll have to tell me the price of Bitcoin when you're watching this video. The point is, the higher the price goes, the louder we get. I put this tweet out not more than an hour ago, maybe less. 30K Bitcoin in 30 hours before the end of the year. Retweet to make this happen. Already over 100 retweets. So, Bitcoin is just this endless positive feedback loop. And really, it feels pretty good to be right about this whole thing. I mean, a lot of you have been with us since the beginning. We have hundreds and hundreds of videos on this channel, almost all of them alleging that Bitcoin's price will go up given enough time. Almost all of them when Bitcoin's price was under $14,000. So, hey guys, it's good to be here this early. Do I think that Bitcoin still has plenty of room to the upside? I do. I mean, if you go back and look, some of the best buying opportunities is after Bitcoin breaks all-time highs because you don't have to worry about those long consolidations in a bear market. And really thinking about things long term, buying Bitcoin today is like buying the best parts of New York in the 1800s. Do I believe that? Yeah, I do. And a lot of smart people are starting to come around to that idea. Michael Saylor was one of the original guys putting Bitcoin on his balance sheets. Well, now we have a Michael Saylor of the North, a Michael Saylor of Canada. Canadian firm NexTech AR uses $2 million of Treasury funds to buy Bitcoin. Canadian augmented reality company NexTech AR is jumping on the crypto bandwagon with plans to use its Treasury fund to buy $2 million of Bitcoin for capital diversification. As of September 30th, the company had about $12 million cash on hand, making the investment roughly 15% of its available cash, assuming the $2 million investment is in US dollars. Quote from the CEO, "Our investment in Bitcoin is part of our new capital diversification and allocation strategy with the intent to maximize long-term value for our shareholders." They're doing this simply because it's a smart thing to do, and shareholders, at a certain point, all shareholders that have a lot of cash, they're going to demand this. So the CEO said that the investment reflects his belief that Bitcoin is a long-term store of value with more long-term appreciation potential than holding cash, which is currently yielding 0.06%. The CEO describes Bitcoin as a digital version of gold, which has a total market cap of 10 trillion versus Bitcoin's total market cap of 5 billion. And if you want to find out more about that, check out the first half of this video we put out the other day. Tyler Winklevoss explains how one Ethereum could reach $75,000. The point is, people are coming around to concepts that we've understood for a long time. So they're buying Bitcoin for two reasons. Number one, number go up. It's just a smart thing to do when you look at Bitcoin's fixed capped supply and fundamentals. Beyond that, people are getting sick of centralization, inflation, and needing to get permission to send, store, and receive value. Bitcoin fixes this. And Bitcoin today is a whole lot different from Bitcoin 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's a Lindy effect. It gets better and better every year. Bitcoin now has 12 years of capital inflows with minimal outflows and a decade-long span of doubling users every year. Today, about 2% of the world's population has exposure. Next year, people will cease to think of it as a tulip bubble, and it will never be this cheap again. And I think the tulip bubble thing, I think that's true. I've been saying it for a long time. This is the first cycle where people all of a sudden realize Bitcoin is not going away. I mean, that's why most of my crypto portfolio, the vast majority, is in Bitcoin. It's just, that's where I trust my money. Now, that being said, I do hold some other assets, one being Ethereum. If I thought Ethereum looked bearish, I'd gladly say it. But in my opinion, Ethereum looks bullish into 2021, into this bull cycle. And really the only question in my mind is how will it accrue value versus Bitcoin? Before we get to Ethereum, and you do want to stay tuned for this Ethereum data, I think you will find this rather revealing regarding Ethereum. But before we get to that, I do want to take some time to thank our sponsor for today's video, Hyprr. This is a project that has been on a lot of our radars for a while. So let me clue you in on exactly what's going on with this social media blockchain-powered company. So let's actually start there. If you're unfamiliar, Hyprr is a blockchain-powered social media platform that is secure, fair, and puts you in control. It is a social media platform like an Instagram, like a TikTok, that rewards you. It rewards users in cryptocurrency. So you can go to hyprr.com right now, create an account, start posting funny memes, and start earning cryptocurrency. And the cool thing is you can sell the cryptocurrency at any time for fiat. So no risk to you, essentially, for holding on to it. Now, they have had some big updates recently, and going into January, they do have some big updates coming up. So again, before we get to Ethereum, let me clue you in on Hyprr. So they recently revised their platform model to drive adoption. So maybe after you hear this news, you'll be like, wow, that does kind of sound interesting. Let me try out Hyprr. So what they did is, the purpose of this is because content creators on Hyprr did not want volatility. So they're introducing a non-volatile token that represents $1, which they now refer to as the Hype. So if you use their platform, you can earn Hype, and the pricing is now a lot clearer. So the Hype, it's an in-platform token that can only be bought in the platform. So once a creator has earned Hype tokens, you can convert them to fiat at any time all throughout the platform. And this is a game changer. So I guess the obvious question now is, what about the UDU token? Well, they're changing the UDU token from inflationary to a deflationary model. So if you are an UDU holder, I happen to know a few people are, this is what that means to you. Hyprr will run on the Howdo chain, which is still powered by UDU, with fees burning tokens, and all advertising will be settled through UDU. This should create huge buy-side pressure, but again, purchased in local currency in the Advertising Council, so simple for advertisers. The big news is they're changing their token model from being inflationary, 5% a year, to deflationary with the new burn mechanisms. They are introducing fees which burn UDUs with every Hype coin purchased in-app, so about 15% of Hype value purchased. And they are also introducing more dApps on the platform into Q2 to increase utility. Follow them on social media to find out more about that. Again, in January and February, they will be updating you a lot. I mean, this is the start of a real mainstream marketing an awareness drive for Hyprr. So every time somebody burns a hype from the platform, 15% of that will go towards the buy and burn of the UDU circulation. So a lot going on with Hyprr. Again, you can go to hyprr.com and start posting. A passive income for posting memes. Ain't that the life? That being said, let's get back to Ethereum. Number of addresses holding Ethereum hits a new all-time high. There are now 51 million addresses holding ETH. And this is a number that's been trending up for some time. We have shared this with you. The top 100 largest Ethereum exchange addresses continue to shrink. That's interesting. So the ETH supply on exchanges is still at a yearly low. So the blue equals the Ethereum exchange reserves going down, and the red equals the Ethereum price. With ETH2 continuing to cause the exchange supply to drop and the CME futures listing in February, Q1 2021 should be explosive. I tend to agree. Final pieces of news of 2020. Crypto-friendly trading firm eToro is also, just like Coinbase, prepping for an IPO in 2021. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, going mainstream in a big way. Ripple is set to meet with the SEC in its first pretrial conference, February 22nd. Ripple vows to respond to the SEC attack amid exchange delistings of XRP. Ripple issued a statement on Tuesday arguing market participants to hear its side of the story amid the ongoing SEC saga. They're vowing to respond. I think they were the ones who broke the story. And it's not like we haven't been discussing the possibilities of XRP being an unregistered security for years in the crypto space. So what is really left to say? Either way, guys, that is the news of the day. My name is Aaron. Have a great New Year's.